Now look, when it comes to One Piece, we all know One Piece has tons of anticipated flashbacks and or reveals throughout the entire series, right? A lot of reveals still being built up and anticipated to this day. One of the more recent reveals that was highly anticipated that we actually got to see was God Valley. God Valley is one of the most important and or one of the most hyped up incidents that we've had in the story at this point. And now that it's officially quote unquote over, I'm saying quote unquote because who knows, we might still get bits and pieces about it throughout the story until it ends, but we'll talk about that later in the video. But today we're going to talk about God Valley. We're going to talk about did it live up to the hype? Was it underwhelming? Was it anticlimactic in any way, shape, or form? Because I know when I was reading it, there were just a couple little things that threw me off. That's not to say I didn't like God Valley. I don't want anyone going in the comments, oh my God, he doesn't like fucking God Valley, bro. He's fucking stupid. No, I still like God Valley. But there were some things in it where I was like, all right, bro, what is we doing? Or like, this could have been done a little bit better. So let me know in the comments. Y'all free to give y'all opinions in the comment section below if I'm saying anything that's just dumb or doesn't make any sense, or if my takes are good, or if y'all agree with my takes, or y'all takes as well, if anything y'all found wrong or didn't like about this arc, or shit, the things you did like in this arc too, because I'm going to talk about some of the things I did like as well, right? So let's get straight into it, bro. Now let's start with the beginning and the catalyst for God Valley. I know a lot of y'all might have issues with this too, because I've seen people like memeing on this shit on the internet, but can someone on God's green earth explain to me why Oda did you have to shoehorn this shaky shit in the story, bro? Like, please, can we get a genuine answer on that? And the reason I say that is because, let's break this down. We already know multiple reasons on why people were going to God Valley. Rox wanted to go to God Valley because he had family there. His motivation, he needs no further motivation to go. His crew also are seeing, oh, they got devil fruits and shit there, real treasure. Rox and his crew already wants to go. So I'm just going to assume, we're going to just say and go with the fact that Oda did this shaky shit to really make Roger's crew have a reason to go, right? Because I'm just confused on why we needed to put this in the goddamn story, gang. Like, literally, why couldn't it just be both of the pirate groups figure out some information, they on the way to the thing to go grab the treasure? You can still have Zebek's thing being about his family, because that's cool. There's zero problem with that. It actually makes it a little more deeper for him. But and it's not even a problem that it's not deep for Roger or Garp. But like, nigga, this whole Shaggy Rayleigh love story shit and the whole thing with her like making everybody wanna chase after her, my nigga, we didn't need that. And I'm all for like animes implementing like little slices of like good love stories in the shows if I actually like them. But nigga, this genuinely, we did not need to see how Rayleigh and Shaggy got together, my nigga. Unless these niggas is about to birth Mihawk, nigga, this shit don't matter. Cause like, and I know a lot of y'all probably feel that way, and I could have only imagined reading this part week to week with this Shaggy shit. I ain't gonna lie, it probably would have made me mad, because as I was binging it, I'm reading it, and I'm like, dude, why does this matter, gang? Like, okay, y'all like Shaggy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this shit's just crazy. And I'm sorry if I'm getting like more in a ranty type of bag, but this shit just genuinely didn't make sense to me. This is like, and it's rare when I really feel that way about something Oda did, but this was 100% not needed at all. It just felt like extra shit in the chapters that could have been taken up with more important shit that I'm gonna get to in a moment. Now we're gonna talk about Rox's crew, right? We're gonna specifically focus on Rox's crew before we focus on my nigga Rox. Let's talk about, now this could just be an expectation thing before I get into it. I always want to say that. This could just be an expectation thing and something I had in mind. But you can't tell me, bro, that you thought the God Valley flashback was gonna occur and you wasn't finna see Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido do jack shit, bro. You can't tell me that's not what you can't tell me before this shit came out that was in your mind. My nigga, they did nothing, bro. They barely did anything. My nigga, I'm reading it. Whitebeard comes in and he slams this fucking Holy Knight. We gonna talk about the Holy Knights too. He literally obliterates this Holy Knight as she's trying to get Dragon. Then Garp pulls up on these niggas. Win-Win tries to do a fire attack on this nigga. And they shook and they start running, bro. Kaido, and Whitebeard, my nigga. Like, what are we doing? These niggas did nothing throughout this shit, my nigga. Nothing. And then I'm sorry to bring it back up again. I know I just got done ranting about the Shaggy shit, but I'm scrolling down in the chapters. And look, right after that shit, you see Summers dealing with this Shaggy shit, and we're wasting panels on that. My nigga, why? Then we get just a random clash of Roger and Whitebeard. We don't even know what them niggas fighting for, a clash for. Okay, you could just assume, oh yeah, it's the Rocks Pirates that go clash. But nigga, we just get one panel of Roger and Whitebeard clashing, and that's it. Now granted, okay, Roger and Whitebeard had their own little eras after the Rocks period, so I'm not too pressed on not seeing them two specifically interact or fight here. But that's just one little gripe I have. Is if you can't tell where I'm coming from here, the Rocks' crew didn't do shit this whole time, right? We didn't even see, and then the whole Kaido getting his devil fruit thing. Niggas, and once again, this can also be an expectation thing. Niggas could have sworn, or at least Oda made it seem like something happened to where Big Mom gave Kaido his devil fruit so he could survive, or so they could get through some sort of situation. My nigga, he just smacked this bitch and stole the shit. Like, he just smacked the bitch and stole the shit. Now, do I really have a problem that he just simply smacked her and just yoinked that bitch, it's mine? No. Because that's some Kaido Big Mom ass shit when you really think about it. But it's the way that Oda tried to make it seem like, oh yeah, you owe me. Big Mom was like, oh, you owe me for me giving you a fruit. Nah. Some people could just be like, oh, that's just Big Mom being fucking crazy. But nah, bro, no. You could have did something a little more with that, or just not ever put that dialogue in there in the first place, in my opinion, right? Then let's talk about what his crew fucking does when he gets Dami reversed, bro. Let's talk about that shit. I know I'm kind of like skipping around and not going in order. Well, that's the whole point. I want to talk about certain things first. So fucking Rocks gets Dami reversed, right? Everyone's watching this shit, mind you. Everyone is watching this. Literally, Kaido and Big Mom and Whitebeard just did a whole combination attack with Rocks, Roger, and Garp on Evil before this. So they clearly know Rocks was just fighting against this thing. They see Rocks get thrown to the ground. He's bloody as shit. And now he got wings and his teeth is different. My nigga, how y'all gonna sit here and just get swung on one time and just be like, oh yeah, this nigga turned on us? Like, come on, bro. Like, and I'm not even fully mad at this, because before we knew about this arc, it was like, oh, someone turned on somebody. Either Rocks turned on his crew or his crew turned on him. But my nigga, this seems like they turned on him. Like, yeah, they say, damn, Rocks, are you turning on your own people? From their perspective, yes. Okay, in story, my nigga, yeah, they technically wouldn't know, like how we would know and have the hindsight of what the ability's doing to him. But bro, if Roger and Garp is smart enough to see that this shit ain't him, right? Like, and granted, he's communicating with them throughout their fight with Voice of All Things. But come on, bro, these niggas who wear Rocks every day. How does that make sense? How can they look at him and be like, yeah, something ain't right, something off about this shit? But Big Mom and Whitebeard can't? Nigga, but Kaido can't? You know what I'm saying? Like, also, I didn't even have this in my notes or the script when I was doing this, but I do also wish we kind of saw a little bit more of Kaido and Rocks' relationship, the way it seems that Kaido looked up to Rocks. But granted, that could end up coming along later in the story, just like a couple other things, but I don't really know if we're gonna ever get that one, but whatever. But yeah, the crew immediately giving up on him after being swung on a few times is fucking stupid to me, right? And then Whitebeard clashes with Rocks, the fucking mountain breaks. And then literally, my nigga, we scroll down a couple more panels and they're just leaving. My nigga, literally, when you cut back to it, not scroll down a couple more panels, but when you go in the next couple of chapters in the aftermath of Rocks losing, my nigga, they're just leaving him, bro. What type of shit is that? Y'all, Oda, you could have wrote that better to where they at least tried to really see what was up with him, but he was just folding them so bad they said, fuck it, bro. He hit these niggas a couple of times and they was like, yeah, bro, nah, fuck Rocks, man, fuck this nigga. Like, that's kind of fucking crazy to me. All right, now we're gonna talk about the Holy fucking Knights. Or should I say, the Holy fucking Frauds. Now, I'm not gonna lie, these niggas might get their own video. I swear to God, I'm thinking about giving them their own video, bro. Because the way Garland just got pissed on in this flashback is ridiculous, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Him and all the Holy Knights. What do they even do? What are they doing? They're not doing jack shit. Bro, this nigga Garland, I'm trying to debate. Do I want to go off on this nigga? I don't know, bro. Y'all comment down below. If y'all really want me to do a whole Holy Night fraud allegation video, I'll do it. But if I do that, I'm gonna probably wait till we see more of the Holy Nights in present time too, so it could be like a longer video. Cause I'm about to go in on Garland and a couple of these niggas real quick, right? So Garland, fucking Garland, my nigga, you are a fucking fraud so far, all right? And I really don't even like using that term to call y'all, some of y'all One Piece characters that, but nigga, you's a fraud, gang. We see Rocks running from you with his wife and child in hand. One hand on sword, one hand on family, my nigga. And you mean to tell me he putting splits through your head and shit, nigga? If you ain't have region, you will be done. Nigga, if you didn't have region, you would be fucking fried, bro. I'm sitting there reading the chapter like, damn. What am I gonna see the fight? Right? Am I go see the fight? But then, my nigga, what makes it even worse? He puts his wife and children down. He goes back to getting ready to fight, swings a slash at Garland and some of the other Holy Knights, whatever other soldiers are with this nigga. We don't see it, right? That's the first thing. Oda, you could have. This is why I got mad about the Shaki shit. You could have cut that Shaki shit, and we could have got a little more of the Garb versus motherfucking Rocks versus the Holy Knights and shit, bro. Dead ass. You could have showed us more Rocks versus Holy Knights. And then this is the crazy thing, my nigga. You scroll down like 5 more pages. You just see all the Holy Knights wiped out and Garland on the floor coughing up blood, nigga. And Rocks just standing over them niggas with hella aura. What the fuck? So this where Blackbeard get the off-screen shit from, my nigga? Like, really? Cause how the fuck do you off-screen this? I ain't even saying you had to give me a full 2-3 chapters of it. But nigga, all them Shaki panels, my nigga, all them Shaki Summer panels, all them motherfucking Rayleigh Shaki panels, all them the niggas, all that Roger and Rayleigh talking about the Shaki shit, bro, that could have been cut, and we could have gotten a little bit more expanded upon this fight, cause you got the Holy Knights and Garland looking like a bitch, bro. And you know what? I'm not even mad that he's losing like this, cause it's not like I like Rocks anyway, you know what I'm saying? So this should be a W for me. But no, nigga, can we at least see glimpses of it? I ain't even mad that he getting folded like this, but nigga, can we see it? But the fact he is getting folded like this, though, I'm gonna tell you why that part makes me mad a little bit. It's not like Garland's my favorite character or anything, but look, before God Valley started, bro, we had this notion for Garland, the champion of God Valley, whatever the fuck they was calling this nigga, bro. What champion or what, nigga? And then the whole Whitebeard shit. Now, granted, this was more of a community theory and never confirmed. But bro, the whole Whitebeard shit, when he was talking to Shanks and he was like, your face reminds me of his with that scar aches every time I look at you. Nigga, we all assumed that was from Garland. Once we saw Garland and we knew he was a guy, we was like, oh yeah, bro, this nigga Garland probably fought Whitebeard. What the fuck? Now I ain't gonna lie, if that line ends up being a throwaway, that could just fuck around and end up being a throwaway line that One Piece fans overreacted to a little bit too much. But nah, bro, it be smaller shit that ends up being bigger than that. My only thing with that one line is, who knows? Maybe we see something in the future. Maybe he was talking about Shamrock. Maybe Whitebeard had a Shamrock encounter and fucking that's who he meant and not the Garland thing with that line. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Garland, you a fraudulent ass nigga. The only nigga we've seen this nigga beat on is innocent civilians or tied up people, bro. He hasn't done jack shit, bro. He's tried to fuck with Loki, who is tied up at the moment, and then he's just nigga killed his wife in front of his fucking children. That's another thing. Nigga, did his wife live on God Valley? Because when we see him talking to her, she's like, you gonna live here with me. And she came back, and when it said he came back, the title card was at God Valley. So was his wife living on God Valley? My nigga? Like, and my question is, she was living on God Valley. Was she wasn't a part of the Davy clan in any way, was she? I don't know. I'm gonna assume not, because I'm going to assume that would have been brought up in conversation throughout the story. That's kind of some important shit if she was. So yeah, I don't know. We need more explanation on the Davy clan and the whole God Valley connection to that shit. I'm not gonna lie, because it's kind of fucking crazy. But yeah, this for Garland shit is fucking wild. This nigga's a fucking bum. I ain't gonna lie. I know he's praying for Emu to give him a buff with now that he's a Gorsei member. Oh God, I know he's hoping for the Oda gotta get this nigga the best demon form ever to have a good comeback. Cause for right now, niggas looking at you like you a fucking bum. I ain't gonna lie to you. And now we're gonna talk about Garp, right? Now, the Garp thing, a lot of people probably gonna try to like give an explanation for this, but bro, how the fuck did you stay in the Marines after this shit, nigga? I see you having the whole talk with Son Goku and you like, yeah, but like since you thinking like this, somebody gotta be around to stick up for like the little guys, you know the real people. Somebody gotta be around to stick up for the regular real civilians. Basically was what Garp's sentiment was after the whole aftermath when he was talking to Son Goku and shit like that. But bro, my thing is like, what the fuck do you mean somebody gotta be around to stick up for the little guys? Nigga, clearly these niggas don't give a fuck about the little guys, bro. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like Garp staying in the Marines after this, it doesn't really do anything for me. I feel like it kind of fucks him over as a character just a little bit, because it's like, bro, you witnessed Emu in person, my nigga. You seen what the government did to this island. It ain't like you got propaganda out, they lied to you. You was there, you witnessed it yourself, you was disgusted by it while you was there, but then you stay in said organization for all these years. And it's not even the fact that you stayed in said organization for all these years. You stayed in the organization for all these years, and you not really even trying to, I guess somebody in the comments go say he trying to change it by raising people like Kobe to do the right thing and shit like that, but fuck all that, bro. He's not doing anything to inherently change the system that he's fucked up in, and he knows the system is fucked. So like, I'm gonna be honest, maybe it was intentional to do this with Garp to make him be perceived like this, so we can look at him like we don't really fuck with him, but some people do. I don't know, man. But the whole Garp thing, I don't really know how to feel about it. But then we also see he ends up letting Dragon go. So it's like, bro, alright, you see he a fucked up ass nigga. You see this Marine shit fucked up, so you let Dragon ride, because he not with none of that shit. Dragon was fucking disgusted with this nigga. Shout out my nigga Dragon. I loved seeing Dragon in this flashback, even though he didn't really do anything. We did see that he saved Shamrock and Shanks, or tried to save Shamrock and Shanks. He only got Shanks. But no, seeing Dragon in this flashback was cool as fuck. I can't wait to see more of Dragon's fucking character, bro. I really wish we would have saw what happened after Garp let him loose a little bit. But we're probably gonna get Dragon's own flashback, you know, probably soon. I don't know why I have a feeling next arc I feel like we might get it, but yeah. Anyway, the whole Garp thing, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Garp is Garp, man. I don't really dislike him as a character, but he's also not really my favorite. And this being added on to what he's doing after this shit, I don't really know how to feel about it. Y'all can let me know, am I tweaking for thinking he's kind of stupid for staying in the Marines, or if it makes sense writing wise, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. I don't know everything. But the final thing we're going to talk about with God Valley, which is something I didn't like, was the final fight with Garp, Roger, and Rox, right? Now, I'm not mad that it wasn't a whole crew versus crew thing like everyone expectations was before God Valley started and things like that. Because, you know, that's what most people thought it was. Rox's crew versus Roger's crew. Rox's crew might turn on him and then he might get jumped. Something like that. Now, in the grand scheme of things, if you trying to write somebody a Cliff Notes version, that's what happened. Rox got jumped. His crew left him. But he got Dami reversed, as we all know. Now, do I have a problem with Rox getting Dami reversed? No. Not really, right? Because I feel like that adds to the tragicness of what Oda was trying to do with Rox's story, right? The fact that he is coming here to save his family, and then he gets Dami reversed. Now he's getting sent to go kill his family, and now Rox and Garp have to stop him, and he's pleading with them with the voice of all things to stop him. I feel like that concept is cool, but I'm gonna tell you why the concept don't really hit. Like, Oda tried to make it his best as he can, but I'm gonna tell you why it didn't hit. And a lot of y'all probably feel the same way. Bro, Garp and Roger have no real connections with Rox. We see these niggas have no real interactions, bro. We've seen Zebek and Harold have more interactions and be more, I wouldn't even say close, because it's not about being close, right? Because, for example, Luffy and Blackbeard, they're not close or they're not buddies like Harold and Rox, but there's something there. They have a history with each other. We're not seeing that history built up. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all know how in the NBA niggas be like, nowadays niggas be soft and shit, everybody be friends, but in the old days everybody would hate each other. It seems like that's what this was. I don't really see any real hate or animosity between Roger and Rocks. You know what I'm saying? They just two niggas out here and they was arguing over the Shacky shit a little bit. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And regular little pirate treasure shit. But bro, for the most part, these niggas don't really have any disdain for each other for real. At least from what I've read. Now, cause someone in the comments, please correct me if I'm wrong. And same thing with Garp. Garp's just a fucking Marine. And he's chasing Roger's dick. He's chasing Roger, my nigga. He doesn't really give a fuck about Rocks for real. So it's like, bro, I like what you're trying to do with this moment. I really do. I genuinely like how you got Rocks crying and begging to be killed so he can just rest and not take out his own family. But it doesn't hit as hard when these niggas have no real history with him. If we done seen Rocks trying to dead ass, if we done seen him and Roger try to like dead ass kill each other before in a little flashback or a little cliff notes of a fight or something like that, and then they go from that to this, alright, maybe that could add a little bit something more to it. But it just doesn't really hit as much considering the fact that these characters don't really have too much interaction with each other, especially Garp, right? That's my real main thing with this final fight. And I also feel like how I said earlier, you could have cut out some of that fucking Shacky bullshit. Or you didn't. It's not even about cutting out the Shacky shit. This could have been longer. This fight itself, even if you kept all that Shacky shit in here, this fight should have been 3 to 4 chapters longer. On God, in my opinion. Now, some might say, and this is also very possible. I do think this is possible considering the fact that we have that Blackbeard does have Garp in his possession currently in the main story. It is possible that maybe we get more of this. We get more of what went on here from Garp's perspective when he tells Blackbeard or Pudding reads Garp's memories. We could end up seeing more of this, but I'm not really sure, man. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see more of this drawn out and to see more, all the depths of what happened here. And I know we're never really going to get all of the depths and ins and out of what happened here, but more than this would be amazing. This fight should have been like 3 to 4 more chapters long, right? It doesn't even have to be 4 to 5, but at least 3 more, man. And then I think for the most part, those are really all of my gripes with God Valley. I just felt like it could have been a tad bit better if certain things were cut or certain things were extended, and if we saw a little bit more of things. I really do like Rox's character, though. Rox is definitely one of my favorite characters after God Valley. Dragon has shot up on my list too, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of niggas be calling Dragon a fraud and he don't be doing shit, but this flashback, I feel like it did a lot for him. I feel like it did. I feel like it gave people the notion, okay, Dragon go and still end up being a big player and all this shit, my nigga, real shit. God Valley was good though, man. I don't want niggas to think I don't like God Valley, but I do think God Valley could have been better than what it was. Was it still an amazing flashback though? Yes. But what probably made this people feel the way they might feel about this flashback was probably the insurmountable of hype put into it, and the fact that it was like being propagandized by the government, so we didn't really know what really happened. So people came into this flashback with different expectations than what might have actually been presented to us in the story, right? But all in all, bro, I like this flashback. I still think it's probably one of the best flashbacks we've had. It's still hype as fuck. When this shit gets animated, everybody gonna go crazy, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feel about this flashback in the comment section below. I want to get another video out before the next chapter came. Whenever level 72 drops, we'll be here making a reaction video to that or discussing it, whichever one. I don't know if I'm gonna react to it in a video or just discuss it and read it on my own time. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about God Valley, bro. Was it underwhelming? Was it perfect for you? Was it cool and could have been better? What did you like about it? What did you dislike? Really tell me what y'all dislike though about it, because I want to see if I'm getting a good read on how people feel about this arc. But yeah, like I said, it was cool and it could have been better. If you stuck around to the end of the video, appreciate you like shit, man, because you know what I'm saying, a lot of niggas don't stick around to the end of the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna catch you on the next One Piece video when the chapter drops, and I'm out, bro. Peace.